Hello, my dear students and viewers. Welcome back to my channel, Scorpio class. So, I'm back again with another important and very informative video for all my dear viewers, especially for my SSLC viewers. As you all know, we are going on with the series of passing package for the year 25-26. And here in this video, we are going to discuss first language English subjects chapter The Pie and the Tart. And all the important questions of different categories of different marks will be discussed in this video, which is going to be very helpful and fruitful and help you all to prepare in your exams. So let's get started. But before that, if you are new to my channel and watching my video for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos. And yes, if you're finding my videos and content to be helpful, which is helping you to prepare for your exam, do support us by clicking the thanks button below the video. Now let's get started without any further ado. And here we go. The chapter name, The Pie and the Tart. 1 mark questions. Let us see it. First one. Why was Perry pinched? How did he defend himself before Judge Gaston? Answer. Perry was pinched the previous month for begging. When Judge Gaston asked him the reason, he replied that he had to leave. Next, what according to Perry is a sure sign of starvation? Answer, squinting slightly is a sure sign of starvation while begging according to Perry. How was Marion going to identify Golitter's messenger? Answer, Marion would know that the person is Golitter's messenger when he kisses her hand and asks for the pie. Fourth question. What is the only one fault that Perry finds with the eel pie? Answer. The only fault that Perry finds with the eel pie is that it is only a single pie. There should have been two. So these are 1 mark questions. Now let's move on to 2 mark questions from this chapter. What details of conversations between the baker and his wife help Jean in his planning? Answer. The baker tells his wife that since the food at Mayor's house would not be tasty, he will send a messenger to whom she has to hand over the pie. In order for her to know that the person is sent by her husband, the messenger will kiss her hand and ask for the pie. This conversation helped Jean in his planning. Next, why do the vagabonds go back to the bakery after eating the pie? Answer. The vagabonds are so delighted to have tasted the delicious eel pie that they become greedy to taste the tart which is in the bakery. Hence, they go back to the bakery after eating the pie. Next question. Does Jean get the tart? What happens to him? Why? Answer. No, Jean does not get the tart. Marion informs her husband about Jean's plan to take the tart. Gollitter comes home and Gollitter comes out and beats him with a stick. Jean uses same trick again on Marion, not realizing that Gollitter was at home. Now we move on to 3 mark questions from this chapter, which are important again. So first question here for 3 marks. How are Jean and Perry similar? Answer. Jean and Perry are jobless vagabonds who have been caught many times by the police for begging. Both of them look for easy way of living rather than searching for a job to earn their living. Both of them do not hesitate to speak lies and cheat others to fulfill their needs. Both are clever and resourceful, having an ability to save themselves from difficult situations. They are quick witted, having presence of mind. Okay, next question. How are Jean and Perry different? Though both of them have lot of similarities, they do have different characters. Jean is a better planner and Perry is an obedient follower. Jean listens to the conversation of Gollitter and his wife and makes a plan of stealing the pie. But he does not tell the background of the plan, but just tells Perry to follow his instructions. Perry follows it and is very happy to get the pie. Second time, Jean gets caught with Gollitter and gets beaten. He sends Perry to Gollitter again, not telling him the reason. But Perry, with his presence of mind, escapes from the punishment, but shares the tart with Jean, though Perry tries to get him punished. So here we conclude with the long answers. Now let's move to the reference to context questions. So first reference to context question here is, if I stop walking, I shall freeze. Answer. This line is taken from the play The Pie and the Tart, written by Hugh Chesterman. Reference, where one, why was this context set? So you need to describe this. So this line is said by Perry to Jean. They are homeless beggars who are out in freezing cold and are hungry. They do not have anything to eat. Perry is constantly walking to keep himself warm. This line also shows Jean's and Perry's ability to laugh at and talk lightly about their miserable condition. Okay, so to write an answer for reference to context, you need to mention the chapter's name and the author's name, and then in what context was it said. So this is how you write the answer. Moving to the second one. Well, Your Honor, I must leave. This line is taken from the play The Pie and the Tart, written by Hugh Chesterman. This line was said by Perry when he was telling Jean about the incident when he was arrested for begging. When he was questioned by the judge for the reason for begging, he replied saying that he had to survive. This line is also an indication how society is unkind towards homeless beggars and how they are forced to steal. Okay, next question. My wife is away and I am busy. This line is taken from the play The Pie and the Tart, written by Hugh Chesterman. This line is said by Gollitter to Perry. Hoping to get some food from the cake shop, Perry went there with the most helpless look on his face. But to his disappointment, he did not get any food from there, and Gollitter sent him back saying the above line. Next question. My husband is out and I have nothing for you. This line is taken from the play The Pie and the Tart, written by Hugh Chesterman. This line is said by Marion to Jean. Jean and Perry were two cold and hungry vagabonds. They were looking for food and happened to see Collitter's cake shop. Jean went in hope of getting some food from there, but they did not get any. Marion sends him back, giving him his cold response. Next question. I am not lovesick, I'm starving. This line is taken from the play The Pie and the Tart, written by Hugh Chesterman. This line is said by Perry to Jean. Perry and Jean are two vagabonds and are hungry. Jean overhears what Gollitter had told his wife. Gollitter planned to send a messenger to fetch the eel pie. Marion would recognize the messenger when he asked her hand to be kissed. Jean, on hearing this, plan to get the eel pie and tells Perry to act as messenger. It is then Perry says this. So with this, we come to an end with all the important questions of this chapter as a part of passing package for the year 25-26. I hope these videos are helping you to prepare for your exams. And if you find so, please support us by clicking the thanks button below the video. Your small help means a lot to us and keeps us motivated to make such videos for you all. So that's it for this video. We'll be back soon with more such videos with wonderful and important questions. Till then, stay back and stay tuned.